And I think he went out there and, he basically got beat up because what happened was after what everything that happened out there, I truly believe that, they got Summer back to the vehicle, put her in it. I think Hunter might have still been pumped. Even at that point, he was probably still pumped, thinking that, he pleased and appeased Candace and did the dirty deed that they wanted done, and he was feeling like somebody. And I think what happened was is when they I guess not. Oh, let me get to it. Let me get to it because this is some detail stuff right here. His girlfriend posted this. Juliana or whatever her name is, posted this, and she says in a relationship, or no, her boyfriend on the 25th put in a relationship with Juliana, right there, and look at that, and then she posted it out on the 26th. What he had posted on the 25th. So they really haven't been in a relationship that long, just a few days, right? Just a few days. But listen to this. This is the good stuff right here, you guys. This is the real good stuff right here. There's a David, and then there's a David Jr. Okay, there's two Davids, and one of the Davids said, "What the is this? Just as bad as your mother with this, and this is a relative because this person has the same last name as Juliana, right? They have the same last name. So this is family, baby. He really haunted the hell out of him. And it was just more than he could take.
What
and
does
when
any
he
of
got
this have
in
to do
there,
with the
his
Wells
knees
case?
were knocking, his hands were shaking, his teeth were chattering, and
I'll send you the link.
He was losing it, just like his mom
I know.
said. And he just wasn't normal. He wasn't normal. It was more than, and they had to, tell him that he needed to straighten up, that he was going to have to suck it up.
None of this has anything to do with the Wells case. Why are you running your mouth?
And act normal.
Seriously.
His ass is going to prison.
My son's personal relationship has nothing to do with the Wells case.
You should
at
have
all.
went.
You sick,
Why did you
demented
go?
fucking cunt.
Why would you do such a horrible thing? I'm sure she really give it to him. I'm sure that she, told him that, he's going to end up in prison because of two old hags that, didn't want to do their own dirty deeds and got him to do something he shouldn't have done.
You're a fucking disgusting
And the
pig.
only reason she was protecting him is because, she felt that they coached him into it, and it wouldn't be right for him to, to go to prison like that and for more time than they ever would because he did it. I'm sure she told him he would be tried as an adult, you know, and I'm sure that she wanted to save her boy's ass, and and she had to, and that might have been a lot of the reason she lost her job at Walmart and everything else, because she's having a hard time coping with all this shit that was put on her because of Candace and Grandis and the Wells family. They put a lot on Allison and her family. Nothing good ever came out of Don and Candace Wells. Nothing good in knowing these people can ever come to you. Everyone that I go back to Utah, I go back to Arkansas, I go back to Wisconsin, I go back to, all of these places that Don and Candace Wells treaded on. Even in Tennessee, I go back to all of these places. I've talked to a lot of, as you know, I'm thinking, maybe Hunter's one of those people. I don't know if he would, do something like that to his baby's mama, but he might do it to his baby's mama's mama, right? He may do it, because because if he wanted to get at her, that's that that that's the way them kind of people work. That's how they work. They take something else, and I don't know, but he couldn't keep a hold of job. He couldn't keep up the baby, the milk and diapers and all the stuff it takes to keep up.
Huh. Well, that's funny because none of y'all will let him keep a fucking job because of people like you is why he loses his jobs because you don't know how to stop harassing him, you stupid fucking bitch.
Up a family, and he lost them. He lost them,
He ain't
and
lost
I'm
shit.
sure this ain't sitting well with him. And I'm sure there's going to probably be a whole lot more to come on this one in the future.
My son's relationship is not fucking public, you dumb bitch.
So I just wanted to give everybody, out here the heads up.
No, you just want to use my son's. You just want to use my son for your content. Like always, PG. You're a sick fucking cunt. That's all you are. You're sick in the fucking head. And this is literally harassment. And I'm loud and I think I woke up upstairs. Shit, this room echoes. You're a sick, demented little fuck. You know that. You're sick in the fucking head.
Prepared. Am I surprised that she left him? And I figured that was going to happen.
It's nobody's business.
Sooner or later, right? Because, like I said, she dumped him before. She dumped him for someone else before. And I wasn't even sure, the way she was dumping him for, different guys before they even, before she even got conceived the child. I was wondering if the child was, is truly his or not. I don't know. No, I don't know. And I don't think she gave the baby his last name either. I think the baby's packing her name, not his. So um he doesn't really hold no water. He don't hold no water where the baby's concerned. Um if your name ain't on the birth certificate and the baby ain't got your name, then you know you really don't have no rights to say what she can do with it, where she can go with it, how she can raise it. You have no rights at all. It's her baby, not yours, basically. Alarms going off in Rochester. I heard that, girl. um oh yeah, I'm sure she told her boyfriend everything about Hunter and then some. Absolutely. Well, get this. The guy that she's with, this Andrew guy, he's friends. He was friends with Hunter. He was friends with her and with Hunter. He's on Hunter's Facebook and on her Facebook too. So he was a friend of Hunter's, that actually ended up taking Hunter's old lady. Ain't that the way it usually goes though? Ain't it always, you know, you're a friend or a family member that steps in and tries to take away what you got. That's the funny thing. You always usually, you lose your boyfriend or girlfriend if they end up leaving. You usually lose them for, somebody you know. Somebody you know. It's usually not a stranger. It's somebody that you had around. Most of the time, it's your best friend, right? It's usually your best friend. And you know, that your boy did away with Allison and Leslie. That you don't even believe that two women could actually pass away the same exact way with your boy around. Why don't you go tell him that, Andrew? Instead of sitting there, leaning back, looking stupid. Sorry ass mother freaker tonight. He could take his. Oh my gosh. Like this motherfucker don't know how to get the memo to go. Why in the hell you trying to be found now?
Oh, what's the matter? Don't want to let me up, PG? What's the matter? Are we crying?
My luck. He crawls out of hell into my back chat.
Darwin, I got nothing but time. It's on my side. Oh, yes, it is. Sugar boom boom. Are we still good over
You
here?
ain't welcome here. You ain't welcome here. We
I'll
rebuke
keep
you
going,
in the
sweetie.
name of. I don't fuck with trash. I throw it away.
Sugar boom boom.
There he is again.
I got nothing but time.
Ain't he been calling PG Kathy? Kathy's clown? Kathy's clown just got a. He's calling me. Hello, Margaret. Is that you? All right.
I'm an asshole. Don't know. You can tell by the
And he
way
called
I
me
talk.
Martha.
Ah, I'm an asshole. Don't you know? Oh, she's using my son for content and his relationship. Just saying. His relationship isn't content.
What an idiot. What a fucking idiot. Bitch wanting to call people Margaret and Martha.
Boom, boom, boom. want to hear me say way-oh, way-oh.
Yeah, for real. And there he is sucking on his 10-gallon bottle of something. He's always sucking on something.
It's called water.
What's the matter, dude?
Water.
You didn't have a close relationship with mommy.
Water.
You just didn't
Water.
get all the closeness and love that you were supposed to when you was little. So you're fixated on sucking on shit to this day.
Water. This is entertaining. No clue if anybody can hear me, but this is entertaining.
Them 10-gallon bottles all heavy on his mouth, right? He's just sitting there now. What'd you do with your bottle? Hide it? Did the baby hide its bottle? Did you hide your bottle? I think it's time for you to go change your diaper.
This is fun. I could do this all day. No fucks given. I could do this all day.
Oh, that's right. You don't go to potty unless one of your kids are. How strange is that?
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm back. Here's Johnny in the back chat. Right? Just sitting there staring at me like a weirdo that you are. I'm staring at you too. I'm staring at you too. You just don't know it. I got my eyes on you, bitch. You can just sit there. I'm gonna just leave your ass there. I'm just leave your ass there. I ain't even giving you the steel toe boot no more. I'm just gonna leave your ass there. That way I know where you're at. All right.
A hot day.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
No,
right?
she ain't gonna.
There you go, bitch. I know where you're at now. Got my eyes on you.
She ain't gonna. She big man.
You can just sit there. You know,
Yeah.
I was going to finish up tonight and leave, but I don't think I'm going to leave now. Why? Because I want to keep your big baby ass up a lot longer. I know how angry you get, Andrew, when you don't get your sleepy by time. Right? This is a good one right here. Let's see how long Andrew can stay up tonight. Let's see how long he can stay up in backstage at the bottom. Nobody can hear him. Nobody can see him but PG. Just PG. I'm the only one that's able to see him. Boom, there he is. Just so everybody knows he's back there. All right. Just so everybody can't say, oh, he wasn't back there. Down. Right there's the bitch. You see him sitting in his chair looking at people, right? I just wanted to prove it. I just want to prove it. I always bring receipts. All right. There's the receipt, baby. He's down there.
I bombed her twice. What the fuck's a third?
He's down there. All low, where he belongs.
Oh,
all low in PG's back chat. Here, Andrew. Let me show you your son.
Taken care of, so he does not need no social media attention. He didn't even know he was being recorded on social media from his own father.
Oh, from his own daddy. His daddy just sitting all back in the backstage right now.
He already knew he was being recorded.
He didn't know that daddy was putting him out there the way daddy put him out there. But he didn't know daddy was over there telling PG about how 2 and 2 makes 4. Leslie and Allison. How his boy probably offed them both. you know, because they was all going to go to
Sugar
law
boom boom,
enforcement on his
I'm
ass
getting
because he didn't
dragging,
know how to be a good
dragging
boy,
you out my hand.
right? He
Sugar
wants to
boom
rob
boom, I'm
mommy up
robbing
and get
people.
tattoos, and he wants to, you know,
But
shut
I'm an
Leslie
honest
up because Leslie
boom
found out
boom.
some shit that she got Allison.
Got
If
nothing but
Allison didn't tell law
time.
enforcement
Time
she
I love
was,
to waste.
mm, right? Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna tell you, for love, I ain't scared of shit except Mighty. God Almighty's the only thing
Right.
PG's afraid
God
of,
ain't gonna help
and
you,
that's
sweetheart.
it. I ain't scared of no Andrew, but I'm not going to bring him up so he could do what he did the last time.
So you
Ain't
are
nobody
afraid.
wants to see his mother freaking the stuff he watches to turn himself on, right?
So you're
Because you're
afraid.
so interested in him. And what he does when I can on telling him to show you what's on his phone over there,
There's not on my phone.
right? And you just got to
Yeah, that's why
steel-toe booting
November
ass
rain.
too, bitch.
Hey.
There you go, PG Hell. You could stay there. Don't come over here
You know
tempting
what?
me, you fucking devil. You can't be
No, I'm
tempted.
not the devil, but I can be.
I'm a motherfucking genius, bitch.
No, you're not.
You should know that by now.
I know
Right?
you are. You're a fucking idiot.
I'm a mother freaking genius.
Wow, we go from one fucking snitchling.
I see motherfucking devils like you
everybody
coming.
lanes out here, honey.
You get the steel-toe boot. PG wears that suit of armor.
I got steel toe
Right.
shoes. Does that count?
I wear it.
Time.
Obviously,
On my side.
these people don't understand where all things come from.
Pause.
That's why they ain't got none of it.
Pause.
They ain't got none of it because they don't, you know, they don't know where it all comes from. Well, I can tell them, but they still probably ain't smart enough to get it. It all comes from God Almighty, the one that sits up there, the most powerful being of them all. It comes from Him, and the only way to get it is through His Son Jesus Christ. But you know,
Yeah,
evil people don't.
because Hunter's business.
They don't get it because they don't want it.
Stupid
They
bitch.
just like being evil. You know, they're lazy. It don't take nothing to be evil. Trust me, I've been on both sides of the road. I've been on both sides. I've been on the evil side, and it don't take shit to get up every day and be, you know, and be a bitch. There's no work to that. There's no work to getting up every day and, you know,
It's
just
not beautiful.
doing you and you know, worrying about you and seeking everything for you and watching your own back and taking care of your own ass and, you know, talking about everybody and causing all the wrath that you can cause and all the shit you can cause, you know, and just, you know, live that life of nothing.
No.
There's no work to that shit. No work to laying around, you know,
Yes, you will.
causing everybody else hell and misery.
See?
There's no work to it. That shit come easy. I'm going to tell you where the hard work comes in. The hard work comes in carving all of that bullshit out of yourself and becoming a different person, one that actually cares, you know, that actually is kind, caring, and loving, and doing all the righteous things in the sight of God, and actually, you know, getting up every day and trying to make everybody else's day better.
Coffee.
And you know, letting God worry about you and you worrying about everybody else, wanting everybody else to be okay and doing everything for everyone else. You know, taking on a lot of burdens to yourself that, you know, you don't have to, but you do because you love and care about people. And that's a lot of work.
Don't stop.
It's a lot of work, you know, having to put up with these evil human beings that go and do evil all the time and make you sick to your stomach.
I'm an asshole, don't you know? I'm a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. I know.
That you know what you like to do with them.
Jerk.
But because, you know, it's against the Bible and God's, you know, God's commandments, you got to, you know, be good. and try your best
Bitch, I've been
not
live
to
for almost
step
a half
out
an
of
hour. The
line
fuck you mean?
the way you want to.
People are slow.
That's hard work. That's hard work, you guys.
Yeah, Jerry, I know.
Walking on that
Blah,
righteous
blah,
path
blah, blah, blah.
Get my head off your phone stand.
to win that white gown so you could live forever. It's hard to
I have
do
not, you know what I haven't seen?
because you always got these
Like-
evil little bastards like this sitting in the
I haven't seen my
backstage
email
right
since I got
there.
it.
You always got
Yeah.
them,
And I ain't seen it.
What?
you know, trying
Well,
to
fuck if I remember.
trying to poke at you and you know
pot, I just make your cup.
and piss
Drink
you
the
off,
whole damn pot.
but you
Yeah,
can't
you
allow
gotta get
it.
the cop, but
You know, you can't allow it.
Hmm?
Andrew's an
There's a
evil
box
human
up there.
being.
He is
See, he
married.
wants to sit back there and he wants to,
Blah.
you know,
Ah, make it out, make it good.
feel like, you know, he has to take up for his son, that he has to, you know, take up for pure evilness. Instead of the victim, which is Summer Moon Utah Wells.
What was
You
that?
know, you got this little girl that's
I
5
feel like
years
he
old
doesn't
that
want
didn't
anybody
deserve
to
what
know
was
who
done to
he
her.
is. I bet
I think
he is
Andrew
scared
has,
because
you know,
his
he
eyes
knows,
like a
he
dirty
knows
rug
that she
on the
was propped
floor.
up on those
Ew.
milk jugs. He knows that the, you know, the bluing all over the sides of her head, and you know, the
Blah,
smeared
blah,
lipstick
blah,
on her
blah.
lip, and he knows that all this,
I ain't
everything
talking about you. Ain't
shows
even saying nothing.
that his son went out there and did a dirty deed for old dirty Candace.
Sure.
But you know, instead of standing up for this, righteously standing up before God, in the sight of God,
Well, love for you, been spit out.
and standing up for this precious little baby who needs Andrew's help, who, you know, sure
Right.
was, you know, sure would be praying that he would help her.
Right.
Andrew's like, no, I don't care about, you know, I don't care about this kid that's, you know, that got done like that. That's nothing to me, because, you know, Summer's not his kid. He doesn't care. He doesn't
Blah,
care. If Summer was his
blah,
little
blah,
girl,
blah. Why you
I'm going to
talking
tell you
about
right
me?
now,
Saying nothing.
and Hunter happened to be Dom Wells' kid, well, Andrew would be crucifying Hunter. He'd be crucifying him.
I crucified that boy.
He would be
Fuck,
like,
I'm
you
talking
know,
the fuck-
this is my little girl. I know what this mother freaker, you know, it'd be a
No.
whole different. Then he'd be telling the truth. Then he'd be telling the
Sure.
truth. He'd be
Whatever
telling
you
what
say,
he knows,
BT.
because, you know,
Dirty
that's
scumbag.
something to him. But I'm going to tell you something. In God's eyes,
Yeah.
you know, Hunter's nothing. Hunter's nothing to Andrew.
No.
If Andrew was, you know, a child of God, Hunter
Sure.
would be nothing to Andrew.
Sure.
Summer would.
Sure.
Summer would be his sister,
Because it states in the Bible somewhere you have to disown
and
your own
Summer
children
would be
for
the
somebody
one
else's.
that he should be standing up for.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But he's not. He's evil, just like his boy. He's evil, just like his boy.
Listen, honey.
And
I
he's
ain't
not
evil.
going to, you know, he's not going to stand up for Summer,
I'm
because,
epitome
you
of
know,
an
the devil don't
asshole.
let Andrew do what's righteous in the sight of God. Andrew's all tied up and, you know, wanting to be an
Sure.
evil piece of crap. You know, it is what it is. Just the way it is. But his boy right here, evil piece of crap, just like daddy. Both of them lazy. Both of them can't work. Both of them can't take care of their fucking kids. Both of them can't do a damn thing. They're just sorry ass mother freakers. You know, lay around freaking nobodies. Right, Andrew? You can point at anything you want to. You know, stay up. Stay up. What, is it Betty time, bitch?
Nope,
Is
it
it
ain't
bedtime?
Betty by time yet, motherfucker.
Is that what you're
I got
pointing at?
nothing but time.
You pointing at like you got a watch on, bitch, when you can't even afford one?
Nah, honey, that's
Because your ass
that's
don't
it.
work.
That's 666,
Because
sweetheart.
your ass don't work,
666, bitch.
right? I don't give a fuck about your tattoo. I don't
666,
care if
bitch.
I don't care if you had Satan's tattooed on your ass. It don't mean nothing to me.
No, but I got your name tattooed
The
on my
only
ass.
thing
so I
it
can
means to
sit on it.
me is you're going to be in Hades with your papa. You and your
I
papa
thought that
both
shit
going to
went
be
that
down
far.
there. It ain't going to be no fucking party, especially for your ass. See, bitch, you're not the
I do,
devil.
I just have to empty fucking.
You can't stand the heat. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Andrew can't stand the heat. I'm going to tell you, when your ass gets down there with the devil, your freaking tongue's going to cleave to the roof of
We
your
don't
mouth.
talk about that.
You're going to wish you'd have been walking the righteous path. You're going to wish that you'd have went to the law enforcement and told the truth on your old boy for that little girl sitting up there in the arms of an angel looking down here wondering why they did such a horrible thing to her.
No.
You're going to wish you was doing righteous right now.
She can't hear me,
But you sit back there and you stick those two fingers up. Do what you want to do, you piece of crap. Nobody gives a flying F about you.
Gang, babble, babble,
right?
It's rebel, party.
You mother freaking piece of crap that looks like you crawled out from underneath a rock.
About you, I will pray. Hey, your car breaks out.
You know what you can do with them fingers, man. You probably already have.
Panda.
A few times, knowing you can't get nobody else to do it, so you probably have to do it yourself. Right?
I'm glad.
You freaking little weirdo.
I wonder if they had a shirt small enough for him to fit. And
you know, I wouldn't want to be you. I thank God every day. I get up every day now. I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to be thankful that I ain't Andrew. All right.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think everybody in the world get up tomorrow.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sitting in New York City, lazy as hell. Ain't got no freaking job. Ain't got no work. Ain't ever worked. Just sits around, sticking his fingers up. It's all smelly from whatever else he's been sticking them in. All right, Andrew.
Somewhere.
They feel bitched out to sit there and listen to me. Huh? How does that feel? Oh, you got to get another water to suck on? The other one wasn't good enough?
This is everyone. The Wells, Tim, Hunter, Cotton, Andy.
Yeah.
B, JSB, the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, no shit. Because it's us.
Yeah, he's a different level of a freak for sure. But I'm going to let him listen to his boy.
Until last night, and he was upset about it, like I said in the beginning of, when we got on the call.
Wrong again. You know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Hunter, do you think Candace was up to no good using you as a so-called alibi?
A so-called alibi? I can only say that I was there till 3:30. So.
Oh, I can only say that I was there till 3:30. No, you supposed to got back to your house at 2:30. So it must have took some time to get Summer in there and to get her all cleaned up and to get the new outfit on her and to get her all put back in that vehicle and out of there, right? So Candace must have really been flying to get back home onto Ben Hill Road because she arrived there about 3:15 to 3:30 from the understandings. And that video was taken about 10 minutes back from the house. It usually takes 40 to 45 minutes to get to Ben Hill Road from Hunter's place.
Exactly.
So, there's no way that you were there till 3:30. Unless
I swear you're crazy.
Hmm?
I swear you're crazy.
no,
Crazy.
there's absolutely no way that
Then
you
they
could have
locked
been
me in
there.
a room.
Till 3:30. 3 o'clock, yes.
Rats.
3 o'clock.
Rats make me crazy.
That would be pushing it. That would be pushing it.
Then they
I don't think she could get 10 minutes from the
room
house
with rats.
and 15 to 20 minutes.
Rats.
No way.
Crazy.
From your place, she would have to be.
Four letters.
She would have
One
to be
word.
doing like
Yeet.
You missed the part, you dum-dum.
really flying. She had to be doing almost double the speed limit, or more,
Does it sound
to almost 3 times. Almost 3 times. I don't think she could drive like that. I do not think that Candace Wells has that kind of mobility to drive like that. I do, on the freeway, I do 80,
That wasn't apple
90
juice.
on the freeway,
Besides Tam-
I don't see Candace being able to hold
Oh no, that one.
to hold herself with that kind of speed.
Mom and I already had a.
She just don't seem to be
But the fizzy
that coordinated.
I'm like,
I have no. Want to try one together?
yes.
All right, go get two.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I don't think
gross.
so. She had to. She would have had, because they were seen. They went back over to pick up the prescription around one. About 1 o'clock, between 1 and 1:30. Then they went to Sonic, so probably about 1:30.
I got all night.
They were
I'll
heading
sit
to
here
that
all
store.
night long.
And then they got just a little bit of groceries, came back out. They's probably in that store. The way I calculated it, they would have been pulling up at Hunter's house probably around 2 o'clock. Probably around the 2 o'clock, 2:05 mark. I think at that point they took Summer in. I think they did dress her inside of Allison's house, cleaned her up, dressed her real quick, got her back out of there. They was putting the boxes in the back, wedging in the milk jugs to keep her the proper on,
Pineapple.
getting her put in there.
Dad used to drink.
I
Dad
say
used to
Candace
work.
was probably pulling
Dad
away
was
from
in jail.
Allison's place.
He got this. Became a truck.
About 2:45
All right. No,
is what I'm thinking.
somebody that works.
And
Somebody that works with.
and at 2:40, if she'd have left Allison's house about 2:45, that would have definitely put her.
It's like
Mazam?
ginger ale mixed with.
That would have put her about the mark she was when
Ain't
the
bad.
video was
Pepper.
taken. If she was
Ain't
doing,
bad. There's like,
a pretty good speed.
Ginger ale.
I'm saying
Back
that's because
to
it's
the
easy
house.
in the rail. If you
She could have made it. She could have made it back to the house in 35 minutes.
and then
if
you come
she
back
was,
and I'll tell you my story.
really
Oh,
speeding
everyone in the budget he is alive.
some of the way.
Oh shit!
And I think she was. I think she was kicking
Now you're
ass
doing this to be a
back to Ben Hill Road. Personally, myself. I mean, if you had somebody in your back seat
I'll be
that
right back.
was deteriorating at a rapid pace, you'd be flying. You'd be flying also. So, and that's just my opinion. So yeah, I think she
I was
could
only
have made.
with him until 3:30. I don't get into politics. I don't do politics.
I don't do politics. What the fuck? I don't do.
So
Man, he must have heard other
So-
people who's talking about Trump or talking about,
so
Elon Musk or, and
If I have-
Doge
I was
and all
talking
the
about-
things going on
listen, I
in,
drink that.
the surrounding world and so forth say,
Pineapple.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't
Well,
get
I'm
into
saying I used to drink
politics type
pineapple
stuff.
juice.
This
by
ain't
the
politics.
Huh?
What we're talking about is,
Yeah, like how
a
yeah,
missing 5-year-old
them little
child,
things, them little fucking-
who
Cans.
no,
we
little,
believe
like
possibly,
milk things.
got
Oh, I know.
pushed under the water and unlived at your hands,
Yeah,
Hunter,
the ones
at
they
your
got at school.
hands, out there at the horse stables,
Is that
and
cat?
possibly dressed at your mother's house and propped up in the back seat of a
All right.
vehicle,
So
and
listen,
taken
Georgia,
back into the Ben Hill
so
Road area
I
to meet up with some other people
preparing
who were,
serving it.
who were going to help,
And
was going to help
Versus the new black when they do.
dispose
that.
of
see,
all the
then,
evidence of that day. And that's not politics.
you
That's a
gotta go
mother
and
freaking
prepare
crime. Okay,
and
that's
get
a
it ready to be
crime.
dished out and shit.
So
Well, I-
if you don't get
I
into
got
crimes,
Good friends with them.
which
One
we
of the
think
cooks
you do
freaking
because you seem to love it,
homemade
and
strawberry
and that's my opinion
fucking
over the whole, the whole everything I just
by
said.
the bowl.
That's my opinion.
Listen, by the
Um,
bowl.
That would have
This
been the
big
proper
around
word to
with
say.
the bowl head.
But
You
but
yourself.
politics, no.
Mine.
That shows
No.
me,
Me within
your
a 20-minute lunch
mentality
period.
fucking level
Gone.
is very low.
But
It's your
orange-
daddy's
orange-
right there.
the
He's
pineapple
in the
juice,
low,
not a lot of
low
people
right
like it, so
now.
they had overstock
He's in the
of
low,
it.
low
I
backstage
go in, grab
where
it,
I'm
drink,
just looking at him and
sit where we were
watching him
where we
suck on his
sit down.
bottles He got a great big
Right.
one again. He got a
Yeah,
great big one. That
sit down.
motherfucker is like
It kind of looked like we had.
it's going from his
Okay.
motherfucking stomach up to
sit
the
there
top
with
of
the whole
his
thing
head.
right in front of me.
But then again, you know, I don't know. It could be little
And
because
I'd always
he's
pick
little
the
too,
spot right
right?
next to where
He's
the garbage
small.
can was.
Very
That ain't
small.
politics, kid. They just want to know, do you think that she was trying
All
to
day
use
long.
you
Did
as
he gone when
an alibi?
punches over?
No, I
Like
go
that,
through
no.
2.5 cases.
No, I don't think so.
Jeez, dude.
No,
You're like pineapple juice.
he wasn't using him for an alibi. He needed her for an alibi after, after everything was said and done. All right. Candace didn't need him no more. He needed Candace. All right. Yeah.
Finally had enough.
No, 3:30.
3:30. So yeah, I always thought it was 2:30 that you had to be home, kid. Well, yet again, I'm also going off of half-baked bullshit too.
Yeah, it was 3:30 because my probation officer had to come check the house and drug test.
And that's a bullshit fucking lie. Allison said that Hunter had to go to the doctors that day, and that the girlfriend's mother came and she took him to the doctor's office and all of this bullshit. And no, he didn't have a doctor's appointment,
It's
and he
like
didn't
a
have a
cult,
probation
right?
officer
Hey,
coming.
Lisa.
He didn't have shit going down that day, other than the fact that he was in a room with his knees knocking, his hands shaking, his teeth freaking
I'm not distracted. I'm
chattering,
chilling.
and his mother freaking
I'm wide up.
mind, going haywire because he had a good time. He went out, went swimming, had a good time, with his old girl, and his old girlfriend, Candace.
So we're
right?
having
his
favorite
ex-old lady.
day.
He's having a good time
Fizzy
that day.
ginger
And
ale
everything went
soda.
great, and that's why he came back
Just so
home.
you know. Sorry,
you
I
know,
can't show you all my
all
cookies
rattled
over
and
on
shit,
PG if you can't.
right?
Bottom corner.
That's why he came back home like that. Go ahead, dude. Do whatever you want to do. Let me tell you something. You're just disgusting. I'm sitting here watching you
Watch me.
rack up more sins
Watch
upon
me,
your
little
own
lady.
head. You're putting coals
me
upon
whip.
your own head
Watch
right
me
there,
there.
butt
Watch
face.
me whip.
You
Watch
think
me
you look
there.
cool. You look like a mother freaking, one of them
If
old
you call my
wannabes,
name,
one of them
I
old
can
wore
send
out
you
wannabe
there.
motherfuckers. One of them fuckers that's, all wrinkled up and shit, still wanting to, act like he got something he ain't got anymore. I mean, leave that shit to the young guys.
I do what I
You're too
want.
damn old for that shit. Go get a job. Take your old, saggy ass out and get a job
sorry,
and
my
become a
ass is
real
kinda
man.
plump,
Ain't it
thank
about
you.
time you become a real man,
My ass don't
Andrew?
get the floor.
Instead
My
of
ass
some
plump and firm, thank you.
freaking wannabe lay around
That's what I
louse
want.
that you are. They ain't no, sitting around. Man, you too old for that shit.
Not
You're
yet.
too old for that shit.
Nah, my kids love my child.
Grow the fuck up, dude. Grow up.
Like I said, my kids
You're
love my
supposed to
child.
left all that trash behind you. At some point you gotta leave it behind you and become a man. Your fucking ass still ain't became one.
Sure, whatever you say, sweetie.
You an old ass 40-year-old wannabe.
I'm not 40.
It's sad. You don't have a car. I don't even know if you could fucking drive. You don't have a car. You might have a bicycle. You probably don't even have a bicycle. You probably ride one of your kids' bicycle. That your old lady bought because you don't work.
Too.
How's it feel to sit around
and I
have
like
to
walking.
depend on someone else taking care of your ass all the time? How does it feel? How does it feel to know, to know you're at the mercy of someone else for every dollar because you can't make a dollar yourself? You're a weirdo, dude.
Yeah.
You're a freaking nobody. You're sitting in somebody else's chair, sucking on somebody else's cigarettes,
no, they're
drinking
all
somebody
mine.
fucking else's stuff.
They're all
Living
mine.
in somebody else's home. You're just worthless.
No, it's my chair. It's my shit.
You're freaking worthless, dude.
Okay.
You're like freaking a scum on the bottom of my shoes.
I've been called worse in the last fucking 4
The
days.
ones I put in the garbage because I can't.
I
can't stand mother freaking looking at anymore.
Oh, you gonna boot me? Because I'll just come back.
That's your boy. That's your boy right there, lying his ass off.
Sure.
You know, just like his daddy. Just lost his girlfriend, didn't he? he just lost his look in a relationship with Juliana. Andrew done took your boy's girl and the baby too. All right. Andrew's singing a song. Maybe you want to dance to this. Maybe you want to dance to this, Andrew. Andrew. Maybe you want to dance to this. You could just call me Big Papa. All right. Won't you dance to that? He's telling that little baby, you can call me Big Papa. Because your daddy is not the daddy anymore, right? You ain't grandpa anymore. Andrew's mom and dad is grandma and grandpa now. All right, Andrew.
We can go to the topic.
Yeah, you lost your grandkid just like you lost your boy. Man, can't you hold on to anything, dog? Other than that big old mug, or a big
I'm
bottle
triggered.
or
I
big
am
something
I?
that you said have to sit around every
I'm not
second
even
and suck
listening.
on. You always gotta suck on something. Yeah. Right now I'm showing you something you could suck on. All right.
I didn't know I was supposed to be triggered, but okay. Shit. I didn't know that.
Here he comes. That's Kathy's clown.
I didn't know I was supposed to be triggered, y'all. I guess I'm supposed to be. I don't know.
How's it feel? How's it feel, Andrew, to be Kathy's clown? Tell me.
Ooh, excuse me.
Won't you get on your big old clown shoes and a big old red nose and get your hat on? Won't you dress up for me? Come on. We all want to see it. I'll let you up if you dress up like a clown. Dress up like a clown, I'll let you up. Right?
What's up, George?
I ain't letting you up if you don't dress like a clown. You're going to have to stay down there. You know what? I'm actually having a good time tonight.
Oh, I got water in my eyeball.
Yeah, I like to see Andrew sitting down there, the way he's sitting down there, looking the way he's looking. Boom, there he is. Backstage. He's backstage. Add to stage.
Go to the traffic.
Add Andrew to the stage.
A lot of
Can't do it. Won't do
idiot.
it.
You there.
He's just sitting there.
Sorry, y'all.
Ain't add you. Ain't gonna add you. But how do you like your
Ourselves.
how do you like that, Andrew?
I know why.
How did you like seeing your boy there?
We were talking.
How'd you
I
like
put her cup down and I had to move.
PG talking shit.
How'd you like
I
seeing
moved her
his
handles on the left side.
his girlfriend?
And I'm talking to her.
How did you like seeing he lost your grandbaby?
I broke it.
Your grandbaby got a new dad.
Restream.
His name's Andrew too. He makes $19 an hour, man.
I'm not supposed
And
to
he
use.
spends it. He spends it
I'm not supposed to
on
use
his girl
mic in
and
both
the
areas
baby.
or camera in both areas.
He's buying milk and diapers, Andrew.
I mean,
Something your
oh.
boy didn't know how to do.
My
Right.
left hand because I
Like your old lady.
I cannot
Like your old
my
lady.
life. It's
He's buying the bottles for the baby, and he's buying the diapers for the baby. Andrew's getting bottles too. Andrew's old lady's buying the bottles he sucks on, the diapers he wears.
I'm gonna
Right.
sit here and I'm gonna drink the coffee
With
drink
her
the ginger,
freaking minimum
fizzy
wage.
ginger ale.
Right? She's keeping up good old Andrew. That's funny shit. Anyway, I wanted to cover a little bit of Jack and Lily tonight.
What about Jack and Diane?
But I'm having too much fun with Andrew in the back. I'm having too much fun.
That sounds kind of
with
personal.
good old
sweetheart.
Andrew back there. I wish I had more of Andrew's words with me tonight. Oh, Andrew, let me show you this.
I've done a
Oh.
lot of fucked up to shit to fucked up people, but why it made me who I am today. I wouldn't be without going through what I
So
was put through.
stalking
I
other
cut off a
people's
lot people for
Facebooks is
one person.
awesome,
If I
huh?
can do it anymore, I don't know how to express my feelings. It's
Dude,
some
that
I
ain't even
can't do.
up
It's
to
so
date.
hard. The only person I can trust is ATM. He's
Oh, I don't know how to express my feelings. I don't know what to do. Oh, he seems to have those girly tendencies like
Oh.
Daddy does, right? Them girly
I think she's on
tendencies.
coke.
Oh, think about my feelings.
Well, I
Me,
keep
me,
hearing her
me,
flick a
me.
lighter.
Oh,
So
Romeo, Romeo, Otho, Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? Your son's real
yeah, she's
theatrical.
irritating.
If you ask me, Andrew must get it from you. All right.
Nobody's
Why don't
asking
you go
him.
put your tights on? Why don't you do that and dance for me then? Go put your tights on and come back and dance for me. You really crack me up, Andrew.
done more than anybody has and hasn't gave up like y'all. It's like y'all so easy to give up on some, but when it gets real, y'all always
Oh, and you give up so easy. You give up so easy on people.
looking for help. But why ABT the people you gave up on didn't they want to help?
I want to know at this point.
Oh, didn't they want to
fuck
help?
me.
Didn't they want to help? Help to the no. I'm going to tell you something, Hunter. Let me tell you something. Whether you realize it or not, people are too into themselves to worry about you. Okay? No, these people didn't care. Candace didn't care about you. Like I said, Candace spent a table on you. When you guys went out to that horse pond, Candace needed your ass. When you guys left that horse pond, you needed her. You see how fast she turned that table on you? When you got to your mama's house and that little girl got packed in there and dressed in there and makeup put on her and everything and staged back up in that vehicle, I'm going to tell you what, your mama didn't need you. You needed your mama. Every bit of that table turned where you needed everybody and nobody needed your ass.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. But you let that table turn. You let it turn. You want people to keep needing your ass? Then don't give them what they want. Don't give them what they want. That's how you keep people needing you, depending on you, being there for you. Don't give them what they want. Don't do their evil shit or let them get nothing on you that they can use against you. Because once they do, they don't need you anymore. You need them. Use your fucking brain, boy. Use your brain. You would have had to write freaking letters like this. Some Romeo and Juliet bullshit. You'd have used your brain in the first place, right?
Makes me think, should I trust PPL or should I choose feel how I feel and never be able to open up?
Can I trust PPL? Can I trust people? No. Right? L to the no. You couldn't even trust your own daddy. Your daddy had people down trying to grab you up, bring you back to New York so he could smack the truth out of you to get that reward fund. All right? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Was daddy or was daddy
Yeah,
not?
she's losing
Put
views
a 1
because
in the
everybody's
chat if
seeing her
daddy
for
was
what
sending
she is,
people
a liar.
down to Tennessee, over into Tennessee to pick old
It was
Hunter's
on a high
ass up
decline when I was covering
in
her
order
a lot.
to bring him to New York City where he
Given
could
I ain't covered her
whip
in
him
a while
up
and been dealing with
and get
other
the truth out of him so
Yeah,
he could get that reward fund. That's what Daddy wanted. Daddy had no problem saying it. It's like, boy, I want you down here so I can get the truth out of your ass and I can get that reward fund.
I don't care about
I need that money.
reward fund, you dumb
I'm tired
bitch.
of your mom. I'm tired of your mom, your
Welcome back to our
stepmother down here
regular schedule,
having to
folks.
pay for me my work over my head, clothes on my back, all the bottles I drink, and the diapers I wear. Right?
It was never
I
about
need that
money.
reward fund to pay for my own bottles to suck on in my own diapers.
Like I said, it was never
And
about the
he still
money.
didn't get it. And he still didn't get it. Right, Andrew?
Never about the money.
He still didn't get it, bitch. That's some funny shit right there. That's some funny stuff. Yeah, you were that close. You were that close to the crime and still couldn't solve it. Dig deeper, Watson. That's some funny stuff. Shit. How's it feel, Andrew? With your big, spidery looking hand sticking out. Are you trying to reach out and touch someone? Oh, shit. He couldn't even solve it, man. He didn't have.
I agree with you.
He didn't
November.
even have a good enough relationship with his son, and to get the truth out of him. No reward fund for you, right?
Too bad it's not about
And
the money.
now
You see
the
why.
reward fund is gone. 4 years later. Andrew ain't getting no reward fund because it's all gone. That's funny stuff, man. Yeah, he failed. Right.
It was never about the
Oh,
money.
shit. Why'd you put the cup up there in front of your face, Andrew? Because you had to cry for a minute? You didn't want me to see you crying? He's putting a cup up in front of his face because he's crying like a baby. He's crying. All of a sudden he realizes everything he lost. Right? That's funny shit right there.
I will always have your back and I will never give up on you.
Famous last words, right? Famous last words. I will always have your back and I ain't gonna ever give up on you.
Even if I have to hurt your feelings, you know I mean good with my intentions and will always have the best of intentions for you in mind.
We can
Love ya bro, and if you don't have anyone else, just know you will always have me and Steph and Leslie here to help you through any struggle you may have.
Yeah. You see what happened to Leslie? I think they should have, I think they should have stayed away from that family. I think they should have stayed away.
Cody, love you to bro, and thanks.
Hunter, you're welcome, sir.
You always will have me, bud. Mama will never give up on you, no matter what. It's called unconditional love.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Look at that, Andrew. 2 out of the 4 gone. 2 out of the, all right. You'll always have me, and you always have my wife, and you'll have Leslie, and you'll have Allison, and 2 out of the 4. Yeah, 2 out of the 4 gone. Right?
I love you to the moon, QNDBQCK, and will always be here for you through thick and thin.
Oh, Mama's gonna be there through thick and thin. I'm telling you, she knew.
A lot she happened, but I spoke to the people who I love ABT it, but other than that, leave me DF alone. I don't wanna hear you say oik why you did that DF you do you and know about why she happened if you don't know ABT. What happened? Keep your mouth shut. BC coming at me.
What happened? People saying keep your mouth shut. That's what he's saying. People's telling him to keep his mouth shut. People's coming at him telling him to keep his mouth shut. To live with this shit. To not be, it doesn't matter. You want to keep your ass out of prison. And you better keep your mouth shut. You better be learning how to live with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's telling us, what these people are pressuring him to do. You know, the people around him, the people who know what went down, know the truth, they're pressuring him and listen to him.
You telling me UKYDF I did some, no DF you don't, I did some.
You know, you're trying to tell me, about something, but you don't know. You don't know about this something. You ain't in my shoes. You're in your shoes, is what he's saying.
I'm bad. I wish I could come back from, but UK I can't.
It's some shit I like to come back from, but I can't come back from it, right? I can't come back.
Come bassy from she, so otherwise family'd me unless I hit you up. ISTG somebody say.
He's saying I did something, he'd done something so bad. He wished he could come back from it, but he can't come back from it. He's mother freaking basically writing a letter telling everybody what went down at that damn horse pond. What went down at the horse pond, and he wants to get it off his chest, but he can't get it off his chest because all of these people, feel like they're protecting him, telling him to keep his mouth shut, scaring him up, letting him know, and he's no, frightened with himself because really he wants to tell the truth, but he can't because they don't understand. They don't understand, that he don't understand, a lot of it, but they don't understand as well. He don't want to go to prison the rest of his life. But when he wrote this letter at this particular point, he was at a point that, he didn't care. He was mentally
right. She knows this dude.
Everything was eating him up.
Hope
Everything
you're
was
right,
replaying in his mind. Everything was,
back, honey.
and they weren't the ones seeing it. They weren't the ones, dreaming about it. They wasn't the ones, it was, really getting to. It was getting to him, and they, and these people didn't understand, all the trauma and stuff that this kind of thing can cause. And he's wanting to, no matter what the repercussions
everything's all right.
He is being haunted by it so much he's willing to, to tell, but they continue to, try to protect him and get it in his head that, you're going to have to deal with it somehow or go to prison forever. Which one are you afraid of the most?
Me.
Losing your freedom forever, or, having something haunt you up that you shouldn't have done. It's basically what his options. And they obviously, they obviously won. They won. He was able to overcome and, overcome it and not, be more scared of prison than what he had done. And at that point, he wasn't willing. You don't have a hope of getting it out of him now. And I think he added 2 more to the list, in my opinion. I believe he added Leslie and Allison to the list, after summer as well. I think that once he was able to live with what he did and overcome it the way they coached him to do, they made themselves a monster. They made themselves a real monster, is what I believe. That's just my opinion. And I think that's why 2 more people ain't here right now. One woman, 50 some years old, come on. That was, running around healthy as hell and all of a sudden gone. After she went to Allison and said she's going to law enforcement if Allison don't. And then, and then you have Allison who ends up the same exact way after this boy robs her and spends all her money to get tattoos, and she sees the real monster that now they have created, possibly going to turn into law enforcement, and she ends up the same way as Leslie. they beat it into his head that he don't want to spend life in prison. They're the ones that put it in his head that, it's better to be a little scared of,
I don't even know what
of
that
something
is.
evil you did than to be in prison for the rest of your life. They're the ones that created this. That's my opinion.
Some ABT day no idea if I did some dear won't be no speakin' BC after you say it it's over W you out my life.
That boy really needs to learn how to type.
This,
Now,
there
I
won't
don't
be
know.
no speaking. There won't be no speaking about it.
You know.
He wrote this himself. He came out,
You know.
and I went and checked. At this time, I checked it. I thought, he having some issues with this girl? No, everything was hunky-dory with the girl. They, everything in his life was normal, except what went down at the horse pond. So, that's what this letter's about. That is exactly what he was talking about there. Oh, looky there. Oh, weirdo still hanging around in the back chat.
Oh, that's not how we play, honey. Oh.
Toe boot, and he's back. There he is. It didn't take him long to figure out that he got this steel toe boot. He's back with this big old cup, sucking on it, looking all tired as hell, staring around, talking to himself.
Sure.
Or maybe talking to the people that he opened a live over there with. Who knows what the hell he's talking to? Freaking little freak.
Talk to the ghost in my house.
And got a freaking hair on top of his head, big old widow's peak hanging around up there. Look at it. Them funky looking eyeballs. Get that big old freaking chin. Looks like he's hiding a bowling ball in there. Looked like he stuck it in his mouth and it dropped. Yeah, he's all weird looking and shit. Got that freaking devil thing going on. That little bit of hair he can grow around his mouth and chin. Looking all freaking funky. His eyeballs. Look at his eyeballs. He got fucking funky looking eyeballs too. He's sitting there playing with his toys now. He's got some pop-up thing he must use when the camera goes off on itself. I think I seen him turn around and pop that thing somewhere earlier. I ain't for sure, but I think he was popping it somewhere earlier, trying to show me. Yeah. I think he had his britches lowered and popping that thing someplace. And I had to scroll up, so I didn't have to look at it. But he was, I'm telling you, guys like that, they have to do their self because they can't get nothing else to do it. That's just how it goes. That's weird. And then he's got all these. I think he's got some kind of weird tattoo on his arm right there. He's sitting there sucking on his thumb now, like a big baby. He's just sucking on his thumb. Then he suck on his cigarette. Then he starts sucking on his thumb again. And he's afraid of the dark because he's sitting there with the light on. Ain't you afraid of the dark? You always got a light on somewhere. Even in the daytime, I've seen you with lights on. You weirdo.
My lights never go out.
You try to sit around, act all badass and hard ass, and truth is, you're a coward. You're afraid of yourself. You're
Sure.
afraid of everybody else. You be hanging shit on the walls, doing what the voices tell you. Have to squeeze your freaking cat until its tongue pops out. You're a weirdo. At least he's giving the cat a break tonight. He ain't got the cat squeezing it all up. He probably squeezed the crap out of it all day. That thing somewhere crawled off trying to recover. Yeah, poor kitty. I don't know how it withstands him. Then he tries to go in the bathroom on his kids. Yeah, he did. And his kid had to whoop him up and throw him out. And then he got all upset. I got proof. I got receipts. Straight up. He was all of a sudden like, oh, well, listen, he didn't even know he was, I remembered he was live. Like he was so into trying to get in that bathroom, he didn't even, and then all of a sudden, he knew he was busted. And he said, oh, okay, guys, I just had to go talk to one of my kids in the bathroom. You didn't even get in the bathroom. That kid done got you and whooped on you and threw you out and slammed the door and locked it. Right? What a weirdo. Who in the hell goes in the bathroom to talk to their kid? When people's in the bathroom, they don't go in there to talk. It's not an office, dude. It's a mother freaking private place where you don't go in disturbing people when they're there. That's just fucking weird. And he got some big kids. He got some, his kids are like bigger than he is. And he gonna be walking in the bathroom on them? Who the hell does that? That's just strange. I think you talk to your kids at the breakfast table. You could talk to your kids, at the lunch table. You could talk to your kids at the dinner table. What the fuck you be trying to go into the bathroom and talk to them for? That shit just don't sound right, Andrew. No wonder people be calling places on you. Yeah, Don Wells does too. It's got to be, it's got to be a freaking nightmare. It's got to be a nightmare to, to live with people trying to come in the bathroom on you, right? That's weird. That's really weird. You don't see him trying to go in the bathroom on his wife. I don't think they could both fit in there. That could be why, she's already coming out the fucking door, right? She's already coming out the door. Andrew's all upset. Man, even if his old lady was cheating on him, he wouldn't know it, right? He wouldn't know it. That dude would be on one side and him on the other. Andrew wouldn't even know. It'd take that dude all night to work himself around his old lady. And then he talks about how he checks on his wife first. He was telling everybody what he does at the end of the night. He's like, I go and check on my wife first. Then I check, on the kids. Then
because usually I'm not in the same room as my wife, and my wife has issues sleeping.
Why would you check on your wife first? Make sure she's asleep so you can get to the kids and the animals after that. That's weird. That right there is, I want to go make sure she's asleep before, I creep in on the kids.
Right.
And then,
At least you're safe in your
if the
mind.
kids whip my backside, then I have to go out and, and resort to the animals. I have to squeeze the tongue out of the cat again. What the hell? This dude's a weirdo. He's a weirdo, man.
Sure. Whatever you say, sweetie.
Straight up. Weird. He's all skinny. He's all little, skinny, and weird. And he thinks he thinks he scares somebody. I'm going to tell you what. I ain't a 5-year-old. I ain't a 5-year-old, Andrew. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, boy, you don't know me. You don't scare my ass at all. In the fucking least. When I heard one of the kids whipped you up, threw you out of the bathroom on them, and slammed the door, shit, that battle was lost. All right.
Oh.
I don't think this motherfucker could scare nobody after that shit.
Well, listen, my wife literally on the
And
other side of
besides
the
that,
wall.
he can't
So I
even.
get
He
up.
can't even go
I go make
nowhere.
sure she
I hear he
hurries.
can't even go
I'm
nowhere unless
sleeping.
he's got this weirdo dude with
And then I
him.
make my rounds.
Right? He
Go
can't
make
even
sure the kids
travel
are
unless this one guy's with him. I don't even
You know,
know what the guy's name is.
easier that way.
This is something weird. But he needs, like a pet with him. He needs some kind of pet. He has to carry a stuffed animal or something, or a fucking pillow. Maybe Candace's pillow. I heard he's been squeezing and sniffing it lately. He's got her as a wrench over there because he wants to squeeze and sniff the pillow. The one Benny had. Yeah, he's trying to get his arms around it and his nose stuck in it and all that good stuff. He can't wait to sniff Candace's booty pillow, right? He wants to sniff the booty pillow too. Don't you, Andrew? Yeah, you can remember the smell right now. How it felt to hold it, squeeze it, kiss it, and sniff it. Yeah.
I could.
Why don't you show us what you was doing with that thing earlier?
I really could be doing
You
other
was
things.
popping that, and I'd say you was popping it in the top, but it wasn't the top you was popping it in. You was popping it somewhere. But it wasn't the top. You got yourself all in the back. He's popping it out again. He likes playing with it. Won't you stick that in your mouth? Well, I know where you stuck it earlier. Won't you stick it in your mouth now? Come on. You know you want to.
Boom, boom, boom,
All right.
boom, boom, boom.
You know you want to stick it in there. I can tell you're thinking about it. Right? You're a scrubby little guy. You're just so scrubby. You amuse me. Come on, do something. You're just sitting there. You're fucking boring. I'm going to end my live if you don't do something soon. Damn, if you can't entertain me, I gotta go. You ain't going to do nothing? Just sit and smoke your cigarette? You ain't gonna pop it no more? I can't believe you guys. I can't believe you guys, Andrew. I can't believe the crowd you're in. You guys were the ones that freaking created that, pop it shit. I say stop it, but you guys pop it, right? And somebody else decided to coin it and make saying and made all the money. When you guys were the real paupers. Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's just backstage, man. He's just back there waiting, just waiting. He's so freaking boring as hell. He's just sitting there like, oh, I just bide my time. I ain't got nothing else to do because I don't work a job, and I sleep all day, and I sleep all night. And I get so much damn sleep and rest because nobody wants to put up with my shitty ass that, like I don't got nothing else to do. So I can just sit here
I don't.
for hours and hours.
It's a weekday.
And
I got nothing to fucking do today.
And then he's probably talking to somebody. What, your kids are still up? You still got your kids up running around, Andrew? Most people put their kids to bed at a decent hour.
It ain't a work. It ain't a
Because
fucking.
they're kids.
It
And they
isn't
gotta,
a school night. So
they got to stay on schedule.
schedule.
Even in the summer, they got to stay on schedule because they have to go to school pretty soon. They have to get up.
They don't.
Have to do.
They don't have to go to school for another good fucking month. A good fucking.
A lot of schoolwork and stuff, and they need to rest.
Shit.
Children need to rest.
School until September.
They're not supposed to be staying up, hanging out with the loser like you all night.
Oh, they love hanging out with Dad.
Because you ain't got nobody else wanting to hang out with you. Right?
I don't need anybody else.
What do? Force the kids to stay up?
Nope.
Because you're such a loser.
What are you doing, child?
Most people put their kids to bed, so they can spend some me time. Or some time with their better half. Oh, that's right. You don't have a better half. Your half is just better.
That's this psycho.
All right.
You're supposed to go to bed even though it's not a fucking school night.
I seen that old hag running her son, right? I seen her running her son. She's fucking as evil as you are, Andrew. Maybe even more so.
I decide when I go to bed.
Man. And I'm going to tell you,
School nights.
she'd have to keep something up.
As long as you're in your room at your designated time, I'm gonna fuck what you do.
That right there would have to pay my motherfucking ass to stay with it. All right. I would have to pay me to stay with it. And that's for damn sure. All right. And I'm gonna tell you what. If I was going to stay with it, it better be able to afford a fucking mansion. A Maserati. I ain't staying in no broke-ass New York with that shit. Hell no. I'm not going to be staying with that on minimum wage. That just, a bottle of fucking Mountain Dew to suck on a pack of cigarettes just ain't enough. Right? It's not enough, Andrew. Man, I'm telling you, dude, you're getting used and abused. And you look like it, too. And you look like it. They're going to up and move. One more pound, and I would I would have to call the landlord and see if the house was still there. I think that lady took the house with her. Right? I think she took the house with her. I think she packed it up in her tummy. and it's gone. Right? Oh shoot.
What's up, girl?
You told mom what you told
I don't know what to
Yep.
do with you, man. He's just
Of
sitting
course.
back there.
me.
That's all he's doing. Just sitting back there.
Yeah, sure.
He got his
Gotta
hand
make-
all up on top of his
last
head,
next
like,
month.
teacher, teacher. Look at me, look at me. Right?
What's
He
going
got
on?
his hand all up in the air, like he's waiting for somebody to call on him. Not today. Not today, Andrew. Nobody's gonna call on you today. Right? Yeah, that's what he looks like. Exactly. Locked and loaded. He just like sitting there. Here we go again.
We already saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
Want me to run? Revolution.
we saw Money in the Bank.
Come on, Andrew. I told you. Man, I don't know what you're waiting for. I told you if you put on your clown shoes
August.
and you put your big red nose
Wave,
on and the clown
SummerSlam.
hat, dress up like
Yeah,
a clown, and I let
Heat
you up.
Wave, which of course
I let you up, but if you ain't gonna dress up like that, I'm not letting you up.
I don't
That's the
think
one I'm talking
Cause they can't sing my
that's
song
31st.
if you don't dress up like the clown.
Clash in Paris is the
How am I
31st.
going to
Are you
sing?
gonna watch it?
Here he
Crown Jewel
comes,
is
that's
11.
Kathy's clown.
War Games, obviously.
How am I going to sing that song if you don't dress up like a clown? I can't bring you up.
Back on,
I can't show people
on your
the way you look.
Which sister?
Look at you.
Elvis.
I show people this.
It's on the 4th of October.
We show people that.
WrestleMania.
Can't show people that
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
stuff.
fucking. Oh, Royal Rumble is.
Right? Just
So yeah, main event.
We'll take
see.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
All right.
There's the son.
Clash in Paris.
There's daddy.
Whoever wins the triple
All right.
match. Stephanie.
They both look
Yeah.
the same. They just be looking.
But yeah, we're watching them.
Right.
As soon as they're done,
Duh.
watch.
Duh.
I am
Duh.
watching this weekend.
That's the intended point.
Sunday night is Rhea's
Oh shit.
It don't matter. I don't care about the fucking who has what time.
Wow.
Dude, I'm watching it.
Wow, that makes
I have
sense.
a
Yeah.
calendar reminder set for
Yeah,
both
I don't
nights,
know.
and a lot
I don't
set
know.
for both nights.
That's
I don't know why.
That's all
Oh,
weird,
it's
right?
gone.
Yeah, that's when it starts because I usually on my phone.
Yeah, it sounds like a fair deal. All right.
Oh, guess what comes on Netflix?
Oh crap.
WWE's Unreal
I don't tell you.
Nice.
So I'm also
These
gonna watch
people, man. Look at this.
Message.
because I got to watch the trailer.
Look at that.
Okay.
And basically, we were taking
Wow.
script stuff, so behind the scenes of all our scripts.
Dang.
So I'm excited.
For real. For real. He's just sitting there looking.
She's awake.
Uh-huh.
He's in the back chat
Let her
watching.
be.
And then when I pop the people up, he gets real close to a screen and he looks. Which is really weird too, right? Like he gets real interested for a second. He was real interested when I popped this picture up. When I popped this one up,
Yeah,
I was wanting to see what she had on her plate. Now he's looking. He's looking at that corn. He wish he had that corn on the cob so he could pop it. Let's see what else. Hmm. I don't see anything else you could do what you've been doing with. I don't think you could. You might be able to pop that one thing you got into her mashed potatoes. or whatever the fuck that is on that plate. I don't even know what the hell that is. But you might be able to pop it in there and then pop it in your mouth, Andrew. Right? You might be able to do that. You might be able to flip a chip there. She got all kinds of damn food, don't she? She got all kinds of sauces too. Look at that, Andrew. You know you want some. I heard you. I heard that that's right here is really what you went down to Tennessee to get. You went down there to get some of that right there. Yeah, that's his wife. That's his wife right there in the picture.
Child.
She divorced him. Then he got with Allison, her daughter, and then Allison ran off.
This is your
Then
cat.
he had to get with some other things that ran off, and then he finally got with this thing that he wished would run off, but she's staying with him.
What?
Yeah, right.
Your cat.
He wished it would run off. Right? Yeah, I know. I think that bowling ball took half of him out when he tried to smuggle it and it fell into his chin. He ain't ever been able to retrieve it. He looked like one of those big old birds that go down, it's got like a bucket chin. That bird that's got a big old bucket chin catches his fish in water in this big old bucket. That's what his chin looks like. Right? Look at him. He's so upset. He just standing there staring, trying to intimidate somebody. You're getting tired, Andrew. Very tired. Right? That dude looked like he's about ready to fall over from lack of sleep.
So I looked at what time does my reel come out?
And now he's trying to talk to somebody again. Somebody's telling him, what the hell are you doing? Why don't you get the hell off of there? He's like, oh, you're done intimidating her a bit. Give me a little bit longer. Let me look at her.
What?
I gotta stand here
Just
and
relax.
let her look at me. I'm trying to intimidate her. All right. And I'm just keeping him up. I was gonna go out of here, hell, probably 30 minutes ago. But I just figured, how long can Andrew last? Let's see how long he can hold out. How long can Andrew? I'm going to sit here and just have a staring contest with you. I can see you, but you can't see me. All right? All you can do is hear me laugh at you. That's all you can do. And now he's playing, trying to watch some more of that stuff that he wished he could show if he could get up on my panel, but he can't. And he's just sitting there. Now he's acting like he's texting somebody.
I'm on Facebook.
But he ain't. Now he's trying to show me something, but I don't know what it was because I couldn't see it. I think it was Jack and Lily. I think he was showing Jack and Lily. That's sick. Why would he have Jack and Lily on his phone? That is freaking weird. Just freaking weird.
So at least he's safe in her mind.
Right, Andrew? You're a weirdo. Then he's trying to show me, I don't even know what the fuck that was. I think it was that dude that played in I think he played in a pirate movie. He showed me a guy I think played in a pirate movie. Now, and then he showed me 2 other guys. Must be guys he's interested in. Yeah, he's weird. Straight up weird. Now he's just playing with his phone, and then he looking up, and he got his eyeballs going up into his head. He got his eyeballs rolling up in his head there for a second. Now he's looking at his phone again. He must have been thinking. That must be how he thinks, is when he sticks his eyeballs way up into his head. Right? Like, I'm thinking. That's how people like him think. Because they've been on that substance abuse shit too long. You know, and they have to look all up in the air when they're thinking or they're talking. They look all, you know, like you're staring at them like, what the fuck? Right? What the hell's going on there? Then he's showing some weird thing on his phone. I don't even know what the hell that is. He's wanting to share. He's wanting to share with me what he sees on his phone. He's trying to bond. He's trying to bond with PG now. He wants some PG bonding time. I don't bond with people like that.
That's a
I
pretty teddy
rebuke
bear.
them in the name of Jesus, right? Oh, freaking weirdo. Then he showed me a picture. He showed me a picture of what he wants for Christmas. What he wants for Christmas. Some kind of fucking doll baby. He's all into doll babies and shit, which I expect him to be, right? You know, won't you call one of those guys you showed me and have one of those guys right there buy you that doll baby? You know, you just wish you could get one of those guys. Hell, I wish I could get one of those guys too, Andrew. They were pretty damn good looking. They was pretty good looking. Wish I could get one of them. That makes two of us tonight.
At least she's safe in her mind.
Go back. Let me see the one that was a pirate. I thought he was pretty fine. He's pretty fly, man. Let me see him again. Right? Come on, Andrew. There's somebody in this background. You know what it is? This is old. Come on, let's go to bed. Come on, baby, I want you. And he's like, oh, fuck that. I'm going to just sit here and make up an excuse not to have to go to the bedroom with you. The only time I want to be in your bedroom is checking to make sure your ass is asleep before I go somewhere else. Right? And look at him. He knew I was telling the truth, too. That motherfucker knows PG was telling the truth when I said that one. He looked like he even wanted to fucking laugh. He's like, that dirty little bitch, at least she tells the truth. He knew it. He's like, I wish I could be anywhere but here right now. That's the truth. You might as well give it up, Andrew, because that woman looks like she's going to stay up till she gets some of your ass tonight. You got your work cut out for you. I'm sure. You better pack a bucket, man, because I'm going to tell you what, that's going to be that's going to be a full 8-hour shift right there. You better pack your lunch bucket. Take your bottle with you. I don't think she's gonna give your diaper back for a while. Right? Go on, boy, get on in there. Get on in there. Mama's waiting for you. I'm here calling your name, Andrew. Yeah. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. She's looking at him. Come on, Andrew. Get up. Go do the dirty deed. Nobody else wants to do that. Nobody else in this whole fucking world wants to do. Go do it. Just do it. Right? Get on in there. Put on your high heels. Put on your high heels and get to it, Andrew. Oh boy. Oh boy is stubborn, man. He ain't going nowhere. He does not. He does not want to go to bed with this lady. Straight up. And she been out there bugging him for a minute now. She's trying to get him in there. Okay, Andrew. I'm tired. I'm tired of playing with you, man. You're too boring for me. I'm not going to keep you. Do some boot scoot.
Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now.
Oh hell, he's trying to come back, man. He's fighting it. He's fighting it.
Boom, boom, boom. Wanna hear me say, well, well.
That dude, he ain't about to try to go to bed with this chick. He is standing there just like act like he's playing on his phone. Oh shit. Anyway, I'm tired of playing with Andrew now. I can only play with people so long. They start to get on my nerves. But anyway, he's got to get in the bedroom with that lady. I seen her out there trying to get him. And he still ain't wanting to go. Look at him. Yeah, he wasn't wanting to go. He's like, I don't want to go. All right. He wants to stick with PG all night. The hell with that, dude. The hell with that. I can't put up with my sexy little ass. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta make breakfast. I gotta freaking take care of my family. I gotta work my job. I gotta pay my bills. I got shit to do. I can't be up all night with you, Andrew. You know, even if you are my clown. I can't stay up with you all night. All right. Hello, Margaret. Margaret, is that you? All right. I would have played the Margaret song if I knew he was going to come up and hang out in the back all night. I would have played this Margaret song. Right? Don't worry, Andrew. I'll make you a new song. I'll make you a new song tomorrow. I'll make you a new song about being Kathy's clown. All right? I'm sure everybody will love it. They'll love it. I'll make sure I play it out so you can hear it too. We'll talk about your pop it when you needed to stop it. All right. All right, you guys. Listen. It's been a fun night. We covered a lot of stuff. You know, we found out that Allison, totally lied. She totally lied about, all the bullshit between her and Candace and all the stuff, you know, between their families. We know she lied now because we caught her saying, you know, hey, I got, you know, I called Candace. She wasn't supposed to have Candace's number. She, you know, she should have had to call Hunter to get that phone number because, you know, she shouldn't have had it. And she said that, you know, Candace changed her Facebook so she couldn't get a hold of her on Facebook, but yet she still somehow got a hold of Candace. And, you know, it had to be one of those FaceTime shit because she could see Candace because she said, you know, Candace
Hey,
wasn't
Terry,
crying or
I'm doing the
anything.
best I
So they
can to
must
make
have
sure
been
all this is,
FaceTiming.
how I look at it, archived and ready.
You know, like, and I don't think it was like old times. I think, you know, there was no old times. I think all these people, I think Andy and Jody Sue and Don and Candace and Grandis, Fred Hill, Laura, you know, Andrew, Allison's mother. I think all of these people were friends. I think they always was friends. I think there was a group of people all mixed up in some really sinister shit going on. You know, a lot of different types of sinisterness too. And, you know, they all had, you know, their vice in it, you know, their own vices in all of this. I think it's all, you know, somehow reaping from this evilness.
Oh, yeah,
somehow.
I agree, Terry.
And
I
think it was
agree.
a big group of people, a big old group of people, you know,
I
all
agree with
mixed
you,
up
sweet.
in this sinister nightmare that was going on with these children, you know, as Jody Sue said, you know, ask what they were sedating, ask Andy what he was given over there to sedate these children, not just Summer, but other little girls to be touched. If you took note, Allison's mother lost all of those kids that she had up on 110 Ben Hill Road. And Marlena Crawford, if you took note, she lost her child as well. Candace and Don lost all of those kids. And, you know, Allison ended up losing hers as well. If you took note, law enforcement, you know, it seemed like law enforcement, you know, blow the whistle in Child Protective Services ears about, you know, the different people hanging up there with children, and they were suspecting trafficking anyway, from my understandings. From Don Wells said, you know, Don Wells said the first thing they asked him was, did you sell your daughter, you know, trafficking? So they already suspected that. You also had, you know, the LE come out. When they came out, they said, you know, they didn't feel that they was trafficking outside the area. They didn't say that they didn't feel it was trafficking. They said, we feel it wasn't trafficking outside this area. So, and then all of these people start losing all their kids, right? That was up on 110 Ben Hill Road. You know, like Andrew says, put 2 and 2 together, you get 4. You know, they might not have Summer, and they may not have what they need to prosecute right at this moment, but I think they did have names. And I do think that, you know, they was turning those names in and getting those kids taken out of these homes that they felt, you know, was possibly up there, letting people have that, you know, have at getting sedated up and people having at them. And so that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I think that, you know, all these people started losing their children around, you know, after Summer came up missing. All of these people, you know, surrounding that Summer's case was losing all of these children. I think that, you know, there was some suspicion on these people, you know, being up there and as I said, making making some self gain off of some sinister stuff. So that's my opinion, and I think that they all knew what the hell was going on. They knew all was in it, doing it, and something happened. I don't know what, but I think something happened. Somebody went a little too far, and Summer, and hurt Summer, and Summer wasn't able to, she couldn't go to a hospital to be fixed, because that means people's going to go to jail, and they don't want to go to jail. These people want to save their asses, and they wanted to save their asses. And I think what they did is, they, like when Summer, supposedly, got into some illegal substance and was, might not have made it. These people were ready to, if she didn't make it, they was ready to, we would have been hearing about this then, had she not made it. We'd have been looking for Summer back then instead of now, if she hadn't have made it. They was ready to cover it up. And I think that, this was a cover up too.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
she had to be to save everybody and keep all of the stuff from people from going to prison. They had to, they had to do what they had to do, or they felt they had to do what they had to do in order to save their asses. And Summer paid the price. All of these kids were paying a price. She paid the ultimate price. But in the process of it, I don't think Summer just saved her 3 brothers. I think Summer saved Marlena's daughter. I think she saved, those kids that Allison's mom had. I think she saved, possibly Allison's kids there for a while. I think she saved more than just her brothers, if you ask me. And probably some others we don't know about. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And no, I don't think Jose was no hero. I think Jose was a, word. I think Jose was selfish, self-seeking, self-centered. I think that, Jose wanted, I think he wanted to, to save Summer. I think he wanted to do what was right. And that's in the eyes of God by, telling Candace to get her out of there. I think that Jose, was just wanting to send Don a message that you don't do this kind of stuff with little girls. And I don't think he thought it was going to blow up the way it blew up. I think he was just, thinking that Don, would not do it no more, like be embarrassed and know he was, seen and heard and is sick, and he would be embarrassed and not be doing it anymore. I don't think Jose understood, what kind of evil he was dealing with when he was dealing with Don and Candace Wells. I don't think he understood, how connected these sinister people were and how they operated. And I think he learned. Real fast, what a cesspool of hell he was in, but he had no place else to go. And I think that, when law enforcement showed up and everything, Don and Candace did what they do best. They turned the table and directed law enforcement at, Don, and Don supposedly having, that weapon that you couldn't get in trouble with anyway, because it was legal to have. And they knew what they were doing. Jose didn't, but they did. And Jose, wasn't thinking fast enough to, to say, hey, this ain't even what the hell this is about. This was about this little girl. I don't think Jose was thinking quick enough. Don and Candace are very criminal, very criminal minded, very criminal educated, and they work together. And I think that Jose did figure it out later. But at the time,
at least you're saying,
he wasn't thinking, and he needed a place to be, and he had no place else to go. And I think he just let it go, let it go. Instead of making a big scene about it, he just let it go. And, And it resulted into Summer
Never.
completely coming up missing. That's my opinion. But I don't think Jose was a hero at all, because heroes would have, kept law enforcement on the right track. They would have insisted that, this child be taken into the custody of Child Protective Services that night, and, screened for being violated in that shower, so that this guy could be put away for a long time, where he couldn't hurt or touch that child again. He would have stayed, he'd have stayed on track. He wouldn't have been afraid. He wouldn't have been selfish or self-seeking. He would have been, what Summer needed him to be, but he wasn't. That's my opinion where Jose was concerned. Just saying.
I know, dear.
And as soon as they found out where Jose was,
We'll back down on the other side.
It'd probably been best if Jose just wouldn't have ever came out here, because the thing is Jose is on live now. He's on live now. And that ain't going to bring Summer back. It's not going to bring her back. And I know that he wanted to try to make up for what he didn't do before, and it costed him. And it's cost. I truly believe it's cost other people too. I think it cost Allison. I think it cost Leslie. I think it cost a few others, maybe Cotton Simpson, on top of the fact he had money too. But he also, I think, had knowledge and insight on Summer's case that that was intimidating people who didn't want it told. I think a few people, have been, it cost them their lives, because of what information they held about this particular case. And it ain't bringing Summer back. That's for sure. But, it's sad. It's sad when people are that scared. They're that scared to go to prison that they, and they're scared, and they're also like Don Wells, for instance. Let's take Don Wells. This is the last thing I'm going to say tonight, other than to pray for Summer. I always say that. But Don Wells will say a lot of bad things about about other people being old and other people having issues and stuff. And then, but if anybody says he does, he's like, what the F you talk, he gets real defensive, right? Well, why are you such a fucking coward? How do you go around talking about other people and doing things to other people that you don't want done to yourself? And he says, I'm a commandment keeper. No, Don, you're not. No, you're not. Because Jesus, Jesus put one commandment on all of them. And that was to love one another as Jesus has loved us. Jesus gave his life for us. He gave his life for us so that we all could have everlasting life when this life is over. Jesus, give everybody the ultimate gift. And Jesus would not, Jesus said, if you do anything to these little children, it's better that you put a millstone around your neck, right? And just go into the water. That's what Jesus said. That you best not be hurting or touching or doing anything to little children at all. So Don Wells ain't a commandment keeper. Because I'll tell you why. They were up there using and abusing those children to the fullest, in my opinion. To the point that one of them is completely missing. And I believe that the one completely missing is no longer with us. And I think she's missing because something went wrong, that they were so scared of their asses going to prison that they needed to cover that ass. And they covered it all up. And I think they're still sweating to this day, worried and scared that they're going to, that somehow somebody's going to come forth and the truth's going to get.
Have you not learned yet? I'm not done.
That need to be. That's my opinion. I'll keep it. But anyway, Andrew still won't leave the back. He still don't want to, his wife's calling for him, but he still don't want to go in and do the duty that, he's supposed to be doing. He's not, he's not doing what needs to be. He's not making, doing what it takes to keep him up. That's what I'm talking about. He's not earning his keep. He's not earning his keep. Now he's got to get off of here. He's got to go in that bedroom and he's got to earn his keep. Right? He's got to pay for those cigarettes. He's got to pay for all the big bottles he's sucking on. He's got to pay for, that roof over his head, that floor under his feet, that chair under his backside, and that toy he was playing with, his poppet. And we know where he was popping it too, and that's no lie. But the point being is, he's got to go earn his keep. And she's been trying to get him in there all night, and he refuses to leave. So I got to leave so she can come and get him and drag him in there and make him earn, his breakfast. That's what we got to do. So anyway, as PG goes out of here tonight, I want to ask everyone to please keep the prayers going up for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Keep the prayers going up, you guys, because I know from our lips to God's ears, through his son, Jesus Christ, he's listening. Let us pray that this baby gets found, she gets brought home, justice gets served. This case has went way too long. It needs to be solved. It needs to, something needs to give in it. And I hope and pray that someone that knows something tells and lets this case be completely solved. I hope that law enforcement just gets off their backside, goes over to that graveyard and checks underneath there and, for that black tote and possibly finds her and brings her up out of there. And there's enough there to understand what happened and put these people where they belong. That's my, what I'm praying for. I'm praying for that. And I truly believe, it's my opinion, that's exactly where she's at. And what's taking law enforcement so long to get it done, I don't know. But I sure pray that they do. I pray that they do. Ronnie Lawson promised he's going to solve this case. Well, he needs to keep that promise and get over to that cemetery and start looking and doing what it takes to find this baby. That's what I think. But anyway, keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up, because you know what? We serve a big God and he can get things done we can't. And let's pray that he intervenes and gets it done for us. In the name of Jesus. Amen. And pray for Michael Vaughn, Sebastian Rogers, Jack and Lily. Pray for all of these kids. And pray for the kids that's in Andrew's house as well. Pray for those kids too, you guys. Because I think they can use prayer. They need prayer. So pray for them as well. Keep those prayers going up. God bless. Much love. Good night, everybody.
Oh, we're not doing copyright shit. But thank y'all for listening to our garbage for the last 31 minutes.